Hi guys! Is it still soup weather where you are? Well, here it's still really cold and we've had quite some stormy weathers as well, with really strong wind and heavy rain. So for me it's still soup season, and that means I'm still gonna share a couple of soup recipes with you before we get into the spring recipes, into some lighter recipes, and hopefully soon also some barbecue recipes. And so today I want to share with you a delicious vegetarian mushroom soup. We are going to start by prepping the vegetables. So I'm going to peel the onions and slice them, or cube them finely. When you want to get the onion sliced really finely or diced really finely, like I'm doing now, you want to make sure that you have a really sharp knife, because that just makes it all really easy. With a really dull knife, I could even say that it's barely possible to get really fine slices or cubes. Then I'm also prepping the garlic. So first just peel it, and then also cube it finely. Then I'm also gonna prep the mushrooms so that I have all the vegetables ready, and I don't need to cut anything in between. So I'm just gonna remove the feet, I think that's what it's called, or the stalk, and then just slice it. So I have like these medium-sized pieces. Once you have all your vegetables ready, you want to add a little bit of olive oil into a medium pan and start with medium heat, start frying the onions. We just want a little color on the onions, and then we are going to add in the mushrooms. And once you notice that the onions are getting some color, like you can see here, mine are starting to brown, you can start adding in the mushrooms. Then we are also going to season with some salt, and you want to be generous. And I'm also gonna add in about 1 cup of hot water. And then we want to keep the heat on medium and steam the mushrooms covered until they have cooked through, and then we are going to add in the rice. After about 5 minutes, this is how the mushrooms should look. So if you remember, the pot was full up until the edges. Now it's about half full, so the mushrooms have shrunk. And also I've turned the heat to medium high, and now I'm gonna add in the rice. Just give it a short mix. Then what you also want to do is to add in the coconut milk. So adding in 1 can of coconut milk, and along with it I'm adding a can of water. So wash the can with some water, and I'm also adding that in. Then I'm just gonna give a short mix. Then we are going to reduce the heat to low or medium low to have a gentle simmer. Cover and cook for another 10 minutes. And then what you want to do after you've boiled the rice for about 10 minutes is you want to taste the broth, just to see it has enough salt. Mine doesn't need any extra salt. So I'm gonna season the soup now with about a teaspoon of dried thyme and also some freshly ground black pepper. And then you want to mix that in. Turn off the heat, cover the soup again with a lid, and then give it another 10 or 15 minutes before serving. And then you can serve the soup with a little bit of sour cream on top. I also wanted to serve it with a little bit of arugula, and I wanted to decorate with some mushroom pieces that I've fried separately just for the decoration. And that's your hearty mushroom soup ready for serving. Don't you just love this kind of one-pot recipes? I mean, I absolutely love them. When everything is done in one pot, it saves so much washing up. And well, usually these recipes are really require a low amount of work as well. So the same with this mushroom soup, everything is done in one pot. Once you have all your vegetables ready, all of them chopped, it's really quick and easy to make, and you just keep on adding the ingredients into the pot and they cook on their own. So really quick and easy recipe, a really hearty recipe, and don't underestimate the fact that it's vegetarian. It has the brown mushrooms and they give a really amazing, really intense flavor to this soup. Also, when I was filming, I didn't add that much water to this soup, and well, when I was eating it or when I served it right away, it was thick, but it was still soupy. But once it was standing, the leftovers were standing on a stove or they were cooling, the rice kind of expanded even more, absorbed the liquid, and it became quite like a stew or a risotto kind. And I'm gonna change this for you in the recipe so that you will actually have this soupy structure, so that it will actually be like a soup. So you want to check the recipe for the exact details on the amounts of the liquid, and the recipe, as always, is linked down below in the description box. If you like this recipe and if you love mushrooms like I do, don't forget that thumbs up for support. And if you're new to my channel, you can subscribe over here, and if you tap the bell, then you won't miss any of the new recipes. Thank you for watching my video. Bye bye until next time.